Hello everyone, another interview on severedfifth.com. This time we're going to be talking to Ben Gibbs, who is a drumming machine. So here he is. How you doing, Ben?
How are you?
I'm very good, thank you for asking. Okay, so tell us how you got into metal.
Well, let's see. I guess I was probably around 11 years old, and I guess it was probably my friends, older brothers and sisters. I'd go over to their house and I'd hear stuff coming from the room, and I was like, wow, what in the world is that? So I just hear things like Motley Crue and Black Sabbath, just different arrangements of rock and metal.
Yeah.
And it always appealed to me, but I wasn't sure about how to go about achieving what they had, getting what they had. So I guess
Spandex.
So eventually, it was just one of those things. I started venturing out to record stores and buying tapes, and I really turned on to Metallica and Master of Puppets. That was like a really big record for me.
Album.
I think that was the record that kind of opened up a lot of things for me as far as getting into other bands. I don't know why it was that record. It was just just a monster of a record.
Yeah.
And from there, I just started exploring other things. I actually just went back into their catalog and started looking at some of their older stuff.
Yeah.
And that paved the way for a band called Slayer. It changed my life. So once I heard Dave Lombardo, that was pretty much when I started wanting to get behind a drum kit and start sort of mimicking some of the stuff that he was doing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it started. About 15, I got your smallest, cheapest, crappiest drum kit you could imagine. Oh, it sounded horrible. But I started trying to play things like Criminally Insane.
Yeah.
Some of those drum beats, and I just really took to Slayer a lot.
Yeah.
That was a really big band for me when I was a kid.
And which drummers inspire you nowadays? Which bands, when you hear them, do you say, oh, I want to play that kind of stuff?
If I had to narrow it down and choose 5, I would say Gene Hoglan,
Yeah.
Tom Hunting from Exodus, Dave Lombardo, of course, from Slayer. Chris Contos was always a huge influence of mine.
Yeah.
The Burn My Eyes record was huge, no doubt about that. I cannot leave that out. And then for one more for good measure, I think I would just throw John Bonham in there because, he has the foot, and no one had a foot like him. So
Cool, man. Yeah. So how are you finding the Severed Fifth music? You enjoying playing it?
Oh, it's amazing. I love it. It's I think about it all the time. I'm just falling in love with the music every day. Living it. It's just really good stuff, man.
Yeah. Well, you're nailing it, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah, this man sweats a bucket in each rehearsal getting through it.
Gallons of water.
So you feeling ready and psyched up about the gig?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I really thank Jim for getting this gig going, and I think we're all anxious to do this, and we've been working really hard for the last couple of months here.
Yeah.
And I think when the first comes, we're gonna be ready.
And what's your review of Jim? What do you think of him?
Yeah, he's all right. He's good to have around. He's a good guy. No, man, Jim's great.
Kind of average.
Jim's awesome. Jim's awesome. We couldn't do it without him.
We couldn't do it without him.
That way.
It's just because he's a national treasure.
Yeah.
And so what kind of stuff would you like to play in the future with Severed Fifth? What kind of grooves do you like? Do you like fast? Do you like slow?
We've got a combination of things going on right now, and I think that's going to be determined just by how we're inspired and influenced in the next year or so.
Yeah.
To see what the next round of writing is like.
Yeah.
And, I think right now I'm just kind of loving the diversity in the music right now. So
Cool.
It's really cool.
And tell us about your new drum kit, this beast that you're about to.
Well, I've been in love with Yamaha for a long time. So, when I say a long time, it could be a year, but it's been about that long, and I've done a lot of homework and research, and I think that's the kit that's going to go well for me. So,
it's going to thump.
Yeah, I'm working on getting that together and breaking that out for everybody.
Cool, man. Well, thanks, Ben.
You're welcome, man. Thank you.